There are moments in life when someone begins to behave differently around you, and you can feel it, not because of anything they say directly, but because their presence shifts, their tone changes, and their attention begins to circle around you in quiet, subtle ways. Human connection is complex. People rarely speak honestly about what they feel, especially when they're struggling with emotions they don't fully understand themselves. So instead, they express their inner world through small behaviors, patterns, and choices that reveal far more than words ever could. Today, we're going to explore something deeper, not romantic, not inappropriate, but human. The psychology behind why someone may seek more emotional closeness, more support, more understanding from you than from others around them. And if you've ever felt unsure about someone's intentions, or wondered why a particular person keeps drifting into your life with unusual intensity, this story may give you clarity. So listen closely, because sometimes the most powerful signs are hidden in the smallest moments. It often begins quietly, with responsiveness. There are people who carry heavy thoughts in their minds, and when they find a person who feels safe, who listens without judging, who offers the kind of presence that calms the chaos inside them, they respond quickly, not because they're obligated to, but because something about your presence gives them relief. When someone consistently answers you faster than they do anyone else, even when their life is busy, even when circumstances make it inconvenient, it often means your voice carries comfort. You become the place they go to when their thoughts become too loud. You become the moment of peace they don't want to lose. It's not a sign of romance. It's a sign of emotional reliance. A sign that you are becoming important to someone who might not fully understand why. And then, something else happens. They begin to match your tone, your energy, your rhythm. Humans mirror the people they feel connected to. It's a subconscious process, a delicate form of emotional synchronization. You share a story, they share one back. You laugh softly, they follow with the same brightness. You open up a little, and they open the same emotional door. It is as if your inner worlds begin to align, not because anyone forces it, but because people instinctively adapt to the emotional frequency of those they feel safe with. When someone consistently adapts themselves to your presence, it often means they trust you more than they openly admit. And trust is powerful, especially when someone has been carrying unspoken stress, disappointments, or invisible battles. Many people walk through life feeling unheard, unnoticed, or emotionally unattended. So when they meet someone who finally sees them, who truly listens, they cling to it without even realizing. Sometimes they begin sharing more personal pieces of their life, not private details, not intimate stories, but emotional truths, moments of vulnerability, little confessions about feeling tired, overwhelmed, or misunderstood. This is one of the clearest signs of emotional closeness. People do not open their inner world unless they feel a certain level of safety in yours. It is their way of saying, I don't show this part of myself to everyone, but I trust you with it. It's delicate, it's subtle, and it's deeply human. Then comes the compliments, but not the superficial kind we give strangers. These are different. They're thoughtful, sincere, and often spoken with a softness that reveals how long they've been thinking about them. They might tell you that your presence feels calming, that your voice brings clarity, that your perspective helps them breathe easier when life feels too heavy. These compliments aren't about appearance, they're about impact, about the way you make them feel. And when someone consistently notices the emotional value you add to their life, it means you occupy a meaningful space within them. People don't express this kind of appreciation unless they feel it deeply. And slowly, almost gently, they begin looking for more ways to be around you, not in dramatic or exaggerated ways, but in simple, human moments of wanting connection. They try to cross your path, they join conversations when you arrive, they linger a little longer when you speak, they find reasons to stay close. because your presence feels grounding. Sometimes they show up at the same time as you in shared spaces. Sometimes they ask for your advice. And sometimes they try to spend a moment longer in your company than they planned. These are not signs of romance. They are signs of emotional need. Signs that someone is searching for understanding, support, or a sense of connection they aren't receiving elsewhere. And most of the time, they don't even realize they're doing it. The human heart gravitates toward what feels safe. It doesn't ask for permission. It simply moves. But here's the part that matters most. When someone seeks emotional closeness from you, you must stay grounded, because it doesn't mean you're responsible for their happiness, and it doesn't mean you're meant to fix their life. You are not their cure. You are simply the place their heart feels seen. Your role is to stay aware, to stay kind, but balanced, supportive, but not consumed, present, but not responsible for carrying emotional weight that doesn't belong to you. Life is filled with people searching for connection, searching for warmth, searching for a moment of understanding in a world that often rushes past their pain. You may be the person who gives them that moment, and that is a beautiful thing. But you must protect your own emotional health too, because sometimes people seek closeness not because they cherish you, but because they are escaping something else. And if you aren't careful, you can lose yourself in someone else's unresolved story. So observe gently, care wisely, support without drifting away from your own life. It is healthy to be kind, but dangerous to carry every heart that leans on yours. In the end, the most important truth is this: you deserve relationships where emotional closeness is mutual, healthy, and balanced. You deserve connections that nourish your mind, not drain it. And you deserve to be valued not only for the comfort you provide, but for the human being you are. If someone's presence in your life feels heavy, set boundaries with compassion. If someone's emotions pull too strongly, step back with kindness. And if someone seeks your support because you make them feel safe, remember that safety begins with you. People will come to you for many reasons, but never forget your own. And as you walk through your own journey, may you attract people who bring light to your days, clarity to your mind, and peace to your heart. Because genuine connection is rare, and when it arrives in its healthiest form, it changes everything.